All right, guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to add some attributes, the contact details to the listings in our Luxury Stays app. We're going to add this reserve now button, and we're going to have these contact details down here. And then when you click on these, we're going to track the outbound clicks so that we can get analytics and show the listings that we're driving traffic to them. So let's jump in. Okay, so today, let's fix up a few things. So firstly, this bit here. So let's truncate this on the featured. So we're using the listing tile. So we need to truncate this title here. So let's chuck that, make this cleaner so we can actually see what's going on. It's actually not the title, sorry, it's this description. So we want to fix this up. So we're going to use the truncate, I don't know, 80. Let's see what that looks like. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think 80 is pretty decent. Just get about maybe even like 90 characters. That looks pretty good. All right, so that was just a little bug that I found. And then another one that I saw there that we want to quickly fix up is this. So we need to just go in here so it's all compact. We want to make sure this white space is preserved. So we're going to jump into the listing detail description, bang that here. And then we're going to go, so that's just living in a content module. And then what we can do is we just wrap this in a div here. And then in here, we're just going to jump down here, go class. And it's going to be white space pre-line, preserved line. There we go. Don't like this there though, so we just need to just make sure we fix that. It's not that one, it's Bunker Byron. Let's just check, where's that coming? You know what it is? Because it's I've got white space there. Just do that. It's more annoying for code. So anyway, there we go. Okay, so I just wanted to fix that up so that it's easier for people to format, otherwise it's all just going to be squashed in there. So that's looking pretty good. Now we could use something like, we could allow markdown, but I just feel like people will abuse it and just turn it really ugly. So we don't have any rich text formatting in here. And the only thing that I thought is we could probably one day allow bullets, if you know, or something small, but that for now that's fine. I think that's pretty good. So what I want to move on to now is the attributes. So there's a few things that obviously you need on a booking site. So you need like a booking button like that. You probably, like, we are a directory and we don't want to like let people book. We're not trying to be Airbnb, we're trying to be a directory. So we want to allow outbound clicks, right? So to their website. We want things like social profiles here as well. What else do we want? We want like phone number, email, those kind of things, right? So if you want to contact through there, make it easy to do so. We're not trying to hold people from contacting again or charging them for that, but we do eventually want to track these things, right? So you want to be able to see what's going on and so we can actually get the data. So we'll push all our links through in like a link tracking thing. Now, I think we can attack this today. So we'll do these. So I think what we're going to do is straight on the listing, because it's primarily about a listing. Now, we could do this in a few ways, because listings and places are very similar. So a place is the physical kind of location. So it could like a beach or a thing like that. So beaches don't generally have websites, profiles, bookings, etc. So we could probably stick to the listing. So we can add these attributes on the listing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go I think we go with booking URL there. We have website URL. We'll have, now this is where it can get tricky, because like we could have LinkedIn, not LinkedIn, but like we will have Instagram, like Facebook. What else would you have for a listing? Probably not much. Probably just those two for social. You'll have a phone. and you'll have an email. So I think that's what we can go. I don't know a website URL. I don't know if we need that. We just have website, Instagram, Facebook, phone, like that. So that's one way of doing it. And then the other ways we could do attributes, right? So with attributes, we can define the key. Like we could say it's like, what's the website? And then we can link these together, so we can go listings attributes, because then a listing can have many attributes. And then we have attribute ID, and we have then value, right? So then the value can be anything. It's more flexible, that we don't have to have it on the thing, and we can have more attributes. Eventually we're not sticking it all on the one model. So that's one thing. I'm just trying to think of simplicity. It's always going to bite, like you never know. It's always going to come and bite you later. The thing is, if we do go with putting them on the listing like this, it's very easy to migrate to attributes. I mean, it's not very easy, but it is easy enough. We can just run a rake task and grab all these and then put them in. So, for now. The other things we want to just look at, so obviously look at Airbnb. It's the number one kind of thing doing here. Things for listings. Now, this is why using attributes is cool, because some listings may not have some of these fields, but like I think realistically any business would have this that I'm talking about, like a restaurant, cafe, that, and then you might not have a booking URL, and that's fine, but you might have all these other things, right? Like this is like a business. A listing is really a business, right? And a place is not a business. That's how I'm seeing it in this app. So what we can do here is we'll add those in, but then we also eventually want to have attributes for like 2-bed, 2-bath, whatever. And then just the basic info really. And then from there you can push them out to their website to do all the rest. So let's get started and add these fields in. And then what we'll do is we'll add the tracking ability as well, okay? Because then that'll give us quite a nice condensed video, not too long, and we'll get some good stuff here. Let's go. So in our terminal Rails G migration, we're gonna say add URLs to, well, let's say add details to, I guess it's contact details. Contact details to listings, yeah? This way is also so much easier to implement, like we don't have nested fields, etc. So let's go DB migrate. Okay, so let's grab these columns here. And then we're just gonna go add column, booking URL. I mean, we could even call it booking website. Yeah, like booking URL. I guess it's booking URL. And we actually have to do the thing first. So it's listings, booking URL, and it's a string. I'm just checking, making sure I'm doing it right. Okay, so we've got booking URL. Let's go with website URL as well. Instagram. Sure, it's going to be the Instagram URL. Do we use the Instagram URL, the Instagram slug? Instagram. Maybe we'll just do it. I'm just trying to think, because what we want to do is make sure. Let's go Instagram URL and then also do Facebook URL here. And I'm even hesitant to add that, to be honest. So let's go phone number and then email. I might just call it phone. And we're going to leave it as a string because if in case I want to do like +61 or something, and the email is an email. We're going to do URLs here so that we can just enforce that it's a URL so people don't just drop in their username, because then that will be annoying. So booking URL, website, Instagram, Facebook, boom. Okay, so those are we using to add all those columns. Let's go Rails DB migrate. check it out. Let's make sure that it is there. There we go. So we got those things. Booking, cool, 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 cool. All right, so jump back in here. Dashboard. Now we want to go into our listings. We want to go into Bunker Byron here. And this is where we're going to add our extra details. So we're going to go into components. Then we're going to go into our, is it in dashboard, places? It's dashboard listings. And where do we put the edit? So it's inside of dashboard listings form. There it is, sorry. Okay, so we are going to just grab these guys now and we're gonna go here. So we've got our description. And then what we'll do next is we're gonna go booking URL. And this is going to be field type. So what we wanna do is we're gonna go Rails, field types, action form, text field. Let's see, hopefully they've got them somewhere. Where are all of them? Oh man, where are they? Field type. What's the other one? Checkbox. Other helpers of interest. Okay, so we want the URL field. Right, and we've got an email field and a telephone field. So we're gonna go URL field. No? Yes, that's the right spot. And this is going to be called booking URL. I'm going to set that there. Now, I'm going to close this one because that's annoying me. There we go. So we got the booking URL. Yep, okay. So it's not allowing. Okay, that's obviously not going to save yet because we haven't added to the controller, but that's great. So we got that. So we got that validation. So using the HTML5 validation there. So we got the booking URL. We're going to have the website. So this website URL. Okay. Website booking URL. Cool. So this is handy for people that want to do all the other things. And now I'm wondering how we've set this form up. It's almost like we've got enough space to run side by side, but I don't know what we're doing here. So let's just keep going down for now. I can fix what it looks like later. This is the admin section. So we're gonna go Instagram. So this is a whole bunch of nonsense. I might just pause this and then continue when I'm finished doing it. So that's done. So they're just call outs here, telephone field and email field. So if we now go here, got phone and email. I wonder if we even go website, email, phone. So pull that up. Website, email, phone. Grab all of those, bang, chuck that there. Okay, so we got description, website, phone, email, booking, Instagram, Facebook. Great. All right, so now let's see if this works. Yep. Okay, that works. And then email is test@email.com. I wonder what the validation for that is. Yep, that works too. All right, so now we need to just quickly jump into the controller. Where are we? Controller V1, dashboard. We're gonna go into listings, and then we just need to allow those things. So email, phone, website URL, Facebook URL, booking URL, Instagram URL, here we go. Chuck that there, sort those bad boys. Booking, website, Instagram, Facebook, phone, email. Okay, now we should be able to save this. So if we go Bunker Byron, that's their website. Boom. Now booking, is book Bunker Byron, is this one there. Sweet. I wonder if you can, anyway, that's nonsense. So that's fine. And then we're gonna go, you can go Bunker Byron, and they have an Instagram account. Where are you? Instagram, Bunker Byron. I bet you're gonna fill this in and it's not gonna work. That's cool. I don't know the email, I don't know the phone, okay? So let's go save. Please work, there we go. Okay, everything's in there, all right? Wonderful. I'm gonna just put in a fake phone number now and then I'm gonna go say info at, I'm imagining that's, or bookings at probably. Info at, and then that's all good, okay? So we're gonna hit save. Sick one, wonderful. So that's all good. Probably need a toast notification eventually when you've saved, but that's looking pretty decent. Now, let's go back to our main homepage. Okay, so we're back in the homepage here. Now we'll go back into this listing. Okay, so obviously we haven't shown anything here. Now, what we want to do, now, I don't know if gallery, like, because Airbnb are the kings here. So they're showing the reserve button here first, and they don't even show the gallery. The gallery is here, right? So like, it's quite interesting how they do this. They have the they kind of done the split thing. So maybe that's probably something to learn from as well, because I like to watch who's the best and then copy that, to be honest, because it's just what users are used to. So maybe that's what we need to do. We need to split this up a little bit and then just say view all like they've done, because I think that's probably, they would have tested the absolute living poop out of this. But what we want to do is now close off this and this, and we're going to go into, and we don't need this for now, so that can go. Components, dashboard, no, not dashboard. We want to be inside of the listing detail. We want to be inside of, now, it's not description, it's not gallery. We're creating components for each thing. So what we want to do here is, it's almost the contact module, right? So these are the contact details that we've just added. So let's create a contact module. So we're going to go Rails G view component, and it's going to be listing detail / contact. It's the contact module, right? So let's grab this, chuck it in there, and get rid of this. And it's going to be contact. Now I'm almost thinking like, don't have a title here because I don't really want one. Let's see if it allows, we have to add it in still. So let's go into listings, show, and we're going to go above the gallery. We're going to go contact. We need to add this option here so it comes through like that. All right, now let's just check that we're rendering. I'm going to say hello. There we go. Okay, so we've got that there. So we've built this component to allow for no title, which is great. Now what I want to render here is a button, and I'm going to say book now. And probably not book now, because that's not a good call to action, but we're going to say reserve. Okay. So that's obviously pathetic, but that's fine. Let's go here. We're going to say variant primary. It's going to be size large. So we need to define these colors still, because we haven't done that. Reserve now. We actually wanted to go full width as well. And we do need probably introduce, I don't know, like they don't have icons here. So maybe, no, we do. Maybe we need to bring in icons soon. We want this button to be pretty big so that it sits here and in a primary color. So we haven't done that anywhere, I don't think. So if we go to luxury stays, we've got this search. So let's have a look at what our buttons have to say for themselves. What do we have in here? We have So you see we've defined these colors, but we haven't actually set them up, okay? So should we go on a detour? Yes, we should. We're gonna do a little detour quickly. So inside of our application Tailwind CSS here, right? I'm gonna open up Clipflow because I have set all these up already. Let's drag that over here and I'm gonna grab them for us. So assets, style sheets. So this is how we define them. So I'm just gonna dump it in here. Now we don't need any utilities, so we can chuck that in the bin. But what we do, and we don't have different variants, like we're not gonna do a dark mode for this site. So we can just get rid of this. So it's quite cool, you can define different, your CSS variables depending on the root class. But we're just gonna go with root here and overscroll behavior. Yeah, we'll leave that. So overscroll behavior is when you're using an iPhone app and you pull too far, it kind of shows blank space. We disabled that. So I'm just gonna turn that on there. These are all the default colors from Clipflow. So it's gonna go whack, but we will be able to fix them. Now what I'm gonna do inside of our Tailwind config as well, I have to just grab this stuff, okay? So we're gonna do this theme extend piece. So where are you? We're gonna extend colors to there, okay? So inside of Tailwind, oh, we haven't even done it here yet. Oh, cool. Tailwind config, module exports, so it goes content, and then theme, so we go like this, theme, extend, is it extend or extend? Extend, and then it's gonna go colors, boom. So what you have to do is you have to define the variable in here, and then you have to set it in here, and you're basically telling it to use RGB, that variable. And there's all the borders and the colors. Now let's do a restart, just for sanity, because we've changed the config file. Now let's see what happens. There we go. So you can see now we've got our primary color here, there, okay? Now we can go through and probably kill a whole bunch of stuff here. So I'll probably do that in another video just because it's just save everyone's lives. So we can have a reserve button there. Large is cool. And I almost feel that we need to actually add a different size here, like an XL. So let's see how we do that. So we've got large here. Let's create a new variant called XL. And what we're gonna do is the padding X is gonna be 5 and 3. And this is gonna be large. We need to change our button to use that. XL. There you go. All right, so that's now a little bit bigger. I need to pull this across because we're working on it. Zoom in a bit. Okay. So we've got a big button, but now we want to style that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the attributes. I've created an attributes prop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say width. Okay. There we go. Reserve now. Sweet. So that's like our main call to action there. So, but we do need to obviously give space between these two. Let's see. Where are we running? So the main right sidebar. So let's see, in our listing layout, we don't have any gap. Do we have any in the main content? We don't, but we do probably need gap, I'm imagining. So let's say it is 4. That might even be too close. Let's go 8. Okay, so we've got our gallery. These definitely, I think, need to drop back because they're a bit overpowering. But that reserve now is pretty decent. And then we can just say, yeah, we don't have to say you won't be charged. We could say go to listing website or something. So if we go into our contact, we can have another little span down here. Something like this. And so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go probably text extra small because it's, and then we're gonna go text secondary. So these are variables that are defined, and you can see that the IDE is picking them all up, which is awesome. So yep, that's not good. So let's go here and let's just add a new div class. And we're gonna go W full, and it's gonna be flex col. And we're gonna chuck no, we don't need to do a gap right now. But we need to, yeah, we might chuck this in a div as well. So I might just copy that exact same thing, boom, boom. And then tab it in, so I want that to hold these two, because they're kind of part of each other. And they're gonna get tabbed in. And then we've got two divs stepping back. Okay. Here we're gonna have a gap of 4 because we probably want something there. Here we want a gap of 1 or 2 because we don't want too much gap between the button. And then we want to justify, or we're gonna go item center. I think that'll do it. Sweet. So that's, yeah, I mean, it's like, I think that's okay. Probably can tighten this up, to be honest. Yeah, and that I want an icon showing that's going out, right? Like we want like a external thing so it's clear to the people that they know what's going on. Right, so now what we want to do is we probably want to go and create like a little table or something, not a table, but like a list of contact details. So I might go into listing detail content and I might have a detail, like a contact detail. So I'm just go contact item. I can't think of a better component name. Right, so what we're gonna do here is go here, we're gonna render a component and it's gonna be listing detail / contact / item. And then what we're gonna say is label, and this will be Instagram. So we'll go with website first, and then the value. And what we'll do is we'll just literally inject the same thing through there. And what we could probably do right now is we've got the listing already. So let's just go value is listing.website URL. And then what we're going to say here, we can do as well, is we can say a conditional render, right? So we can actually probably do that inside of the component. So I'm just going to do a couple of these. So we're going to have email, and we won't show the email here because we don't want people to spam them. Whoops. And then I think I need to put font awesome icons in here, to be honest, because I want to use them. Okay, so we got that. Now in here, so we've got a few props. So we've got option, and it's going to be label, and it's going to be option, it's going to be value. So perfect. Let's go here, open this up, class. It's a flex W4 again. We're going to go gap because we're going to have icon and then values. So we'll probably go gap 2. So here we're going to go span, and this is going to be icon. And then this will be, now I'm thinking, do we go, yep, we can go there. And then what we'll do is we'll go a div here, because I'm thinking we can do like a 2 stack. So we're going to go class flex col. And then here we're gonna go grab this guy, double that up. And then we're gonna go in here, we're gonna go label, and this is gonna be value. So we can probably just use that right now. Label. value. Okay, and what I'm also going to do here is I'm going to go def render, and I'm going to say value.present, right? So if there's no value, we're not rendering it. Sweet, that's looking 10 out of 10. No, but anyway, that looks pretty fine for what we're quickly trying to do here. So we're going to go now. We're going to go item center, and that should pull that icon down. Great. And what we're going to do, are we going to put an icon in a circle? I don't know. But what we're going to do here is we're going to, because I want, these are all small. So let's go text small. Let me just check that at full size. Yep, that'll work. And then we'll probably do a bold on that. Font, maybe even a medium. That'll do. And I think we could even drop that to like text, not a secondary, mid-secondary. And then that becomes the primary thing. Right, so I think that works, and it's quite clear. So we're not trying to like hide any data here. Let me pump this up again. So we're not trying to hide any data away from people. So if they want to just type it in, they can, and that's fine. So, but what we want to do here, so I wonder if let's just leave this icon off for now, because I just don't have the library installed. And I think we'll put a little line between there. HR border T, and then we're going to go border like that, just to break that up a little bit. So this is very clear, that's the call to action. Then you got all this other detail here, right? And that all flows nicely. So that's cool. That looks pretty sweet. So it's already becoming, looks like a proper listing. Now let's just add the other ones in. This is why I do want icons, because I want to be able to show the Instagram and the Facebook icon. Like, people are very familiar with those icons. So we're gonna go Instagram URL, and it's nice that we can just hand off the rendering off to the component. We just say, hey, if you don't have this, just don't show it. Okay, so you can see that Facebook didn't render because we don't actually have it. So perfect. So that's looking cool. Now, what we want to do is we want to turn these into links, right? So we're going to do an outbound link tracking. So we're going to call it, we don't want to call this like anything too hectic, so it makes people feel weird about it. But we can go like link tracking. We'll call it a link tracking here, but what we can do with the URL is just have like, call it out, and then just have the URL value. And then we can append UTM parameters as well, so that people can actually see, hey, they're getting this link and it's coming from this website. So let's set that up. So we can actually just go here, we can go new controller. So we're going to call it link tracking controller. Outbound. It can also be called outbound click. But you know what we actually need to do? We need to create a model, because we want to store this. So we don't want to just create this. We want to come up with a new model. So it could be called, this is where I like to use my mate Claude. So let's do that. Let's see what he has to say for us. So Claude, this is where I like to use AI. I think it's really good. Can you please give me 10 model suggestions for a Rails app that stores outbound link clicks? Let's see what he says, eh? She, he, it, I don't know. Click. Sorry, you've completely missed it. No, I don't want all of that. A click, an outbound click, an outbound something. I just want model name suggestions. I think outbound click's probably going to work, to be honest. There we go. Link tracker, click event. A click event is fine, but it also feels like a referral click. I like the outbound. I think honestly, just for simplicity, it's this one. So let's go and do that. Rails G model outbound click. So we're just going to track that. So every time someone clicks that, we're going to do that. Now let's go and jump into our migration, and we're going to go T dot. So I guess we want to have the subject. T dot belongs to subject, and this is polymorphic. And then we're going to have T dot, so we're going to get the time when they clicked it. We're going to get the subject, which is the listing. We're going to probably, I want to do organization as well, so that if we ever want to store this, we can. It's just easier to get permissions. And then we'll use the subject's organization. And then from there, we want to also do T dot URL. So it's T dot string URL, okay? So that's where we're gonna send them. So that's where we sent them to. So we're gonna be able to track all that. Okay, I think that's good. Very simple, we're not doing anything crazy here. Rails, DB, migrate. Okay, so now we have our thing, so we can actually name our controller V1. We're gonna go outbound clicks. Controller, RB. Let's grab all this. Don't need this. So we don't need a list. I don't think we're gonna do anything crazy here. So all we're doing is gonna be track or save click, track click. And from here, we're gonna go outbound click dot create, and we're gonna have, so we're gonna get a few things from the URL. Subject. We do need actually outbound click params. So let's just copy this, it's so much easier. Because this is going to come through the URL, it's not really going to work. Because we're not doing a post. We're going to open a tab, go to that URL, and then redirect. So it's going to look like this. Right, and then we're going to have, and we're going to have URL. And we might even do is that we're going to initialize it. Don't need to authorize because we don't care. It's not doing anything sensitive. What we want to do is we're going to say if, I almost don't think we care if it fails, to be honest. Just don't worry about it. And then what we're going to say is we're going to go redirect to, and this is going to be params URL. I think that's it, right? So what we need to do here is we're going to go in routes. We are going to go into, so we got listings here. Let's just name this so it's easy to see. And outbound would come here. So we are going to just literally have get, I think we just want to do like out to clicks / track click. Is that what we called it? Yeah. We also actually want to do something here. So we want to append UTMs. So we're going to say a URL with UTMs. This is a bit tougher because we actually have to probably look up the subject. But we can go params. Yeah, this one's a bit harder. So we can add that in later. But yeah, we can add the UTM, but at least we're tracking it now. So that's fine. So we're going to go out. So realistically, let's see if this works. We are going to go in here. So we got this all too. And what we're going to say, is I'm going to change this. Link to value. And then we're going to say, this is going to be the track. Let's get the name of this path. It's going to be Rails routes grep out. V1 out. That's a weird name. Let's just go with that. V1 out path. And this is where we're going to pass in all the params. So we're going to go, we actually need the listing in this thing here. So we're going to pass that in. So it's almost like you could just use the key now, but let's not do that right now. To make the component dumber, we could just say URL. Right, so what we're gonna do, oh man, what did that just do? I hope it didn't delete something that I needed. So we're gonna change this. And we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go URL. And we have to be careful here because some of them won't have it. So it's gonna be V1 out path. And we're gonna go subject type is listing, subject ID is listing.id. We're gonna organization ID is listing.organization ID, and then we're gonna say URL is equal to that. Now we need to be clever on this side, because this is not all things are going to have URLs. So we are going to do a ternary in here. So we're going to go if URL.present. If the URL is present, do the link to, and we're going to just do URL. Otherwise, we're literally going to just, I'm also going to chuck a span around this. Oh no, actually we don't, because we've got an anchor tag there, so we can just do a span here. So here we're going to just put out the value. Okay, sweet. Let's see if that worked. What do we got? Present. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. It's a question mark. Crap. All right. Okay. So down the bottom there, you can see localhost 3 out, organization 1, subject 7, listing, URL, boom. If we click that, doesn't work because there's an outbound clicks control that doesn't exist. And that does make sense because I didn't change it here. Sweet. So let's try again. Boom. Ah, come on, man. Allow other host. Yes, please. I don't care where you go. There we go. Okay. So we got that. And we go in here. Outbound clicks. Why do we have 3? Oh, okay, because it created every time. So subject ID is 0 because I didn't do it properly. Nice. Okay, so let's delete these records so we can sanity check that. It created every time it crashed because it creates the record and then does the redirect. So let's do a refresh here. Now we go here, click on that. Boom. Thank you very much. Okay, now if we go here, we got 2. Okay, prefetching. So that's annoying. We need to disable prefetch. So that is happening inside of our application, I believe. Layouts. It's in V1. Layouts. Prefetch. Where are we? How do we disable prefetch? It's the turbo prefetch, I believe. So we're going to go disable turbo link prefetch. Okay, so we could just disable it on that link so we don't lose the performance of that. So data turbo prefetch is false. Let's see if that worked. Turbo prefetch is false. Now what we can see is clear out our log. Clear that. Okay, so we're hovering, and then without this, so if we do it again, see there? It's running. So we don't want that. So what we want is that it's turned off because we don't want to be getting link clicks when you're hovering, all right? Only when you click, because that's why we're going to get all double ups and stuff. So now we'll get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. You can see, boom, hover, nothing, nothing, click once, still double. Something's, it's firing off 2 requests here. Why are we getting double? That's interesting. That's something for me to have an investigation on. I'm not going to bore anyone else with that. I don't know why that's firing twice. Anyway, that's a great one. So what we've added today is the attributes here, the new attributes. We've got the little reserve button, which will link straight up to the booking. And then we've got this link tracking, which is really good so that when we are sending links out, we can actually see which listings are generating views out, which is great for a directory. All right, so I'll catch you guys on the next one.